radio or driving to the punk rock show. Well, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. I got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and a fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Don't wanna hear your podcast. I got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter. Go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Go enjoy yourself and leave me alone.
Like it works, sometimes it doesn't.
What's up, guys?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to Liberty Late Night.
I am Mary.
I'm Dave.
Yes. Thanks for being here with us, y'all.
Good catch, Mary.
Check out the pumpkins.
Oh, yeah.
Dave,
I got
Dave
pumpkins.
did some stuff to the bar.
And then I got some lights up there.
Some lights. Skull. Yeah.
The skull's actually that's a real skull.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
it's not a real skull, but it's but it's a 3D rendering of somebody's skull
yes.
that I found.
Where did you find it?
I found it on some 3D site.
Like it was like real life.
I think the name of the file was 37F.
Making noise.
Or no, it was older. It was like 73F or something.
Okay. I feel super short right now, but it's only because the camera's tilted a little bit, and that's okay.
I can fix it.
Thank you. It feels weird. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, I like to kind of fill up the screen more. You know, like I don't like to have
behind the chat.
All the space. Yeah. So, all right. So let's say hi, everybody. Let's say hello,
we should say
everybody. You should say it. Yes. Yes. So we got to scroll up to say hi to.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Thanks. The very first person who was here. Where's the mouse? Drag it across.
Actually, there's 3 people from 3 different platforms right away.
Yes. So we have Trey. Hey, Trey. How you doing? Hello, baby.
I haven't pushed Trey's button already.
Trey, how you doing, baby?
How you doing, baby? Craig Leach. Hey, you're first on Facebook. So Trey was first on YouTube.
What's going on?
Craig was first on Facebook. Yes, and then Aaron. Aaron, hi. First on Twitch.
You done messed up, Aaron!
We are not watching football tonight. We watched that game last night. Man, that was...
So Alan just wants to watch his channel burn now.
Well, I just felt bad. Like it was a bad game. You know, he was doing everything he could, but it's just the game. The players were very, very bad. So, what's up, Alexander? Happy Saturday to you. Yes, Ryan Hendry at 60. Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you? Matt Lacey, what's up? Happy Friday.
Matt.
Slyther's here. We do have a guest. I see Aaron already answered the question.
Whatever, Slytherin, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Celeste is here. Evening, pal. Hello. Love you. Miss you.
Oh, Celeste. Oh, Celeste.
Singing along.
It does.
Carl's here. What's up, Carl? Yes.
Carl! I know you've done something.
Suzanne is the bomb. I love Suzanne. She's so fun and she's intelligent, you know, but without putting you down kind of way, you know.
Yeah.
She's very informative, but so easy to talk to. So much fun. Jamie Pyle. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie!
The Aunt Bethany thing cracks me up every time, right? We need that button. We need an Aunt Bethany button. I should say it. I
I can get that.
Did I play Slyther's button? Did I
did.
say hi to Slyther?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. My brain just kind of had a little hiccup there for a second. So, watching doggos. Oh my goodness. Juan and Luna. Okay. Hanging out by themselves. All right. What's going on here?
The Bills. Go
The
Bills.
Bills. Go Buffalo, right? Yes. Yep. Let's see. Alan got a shit ton of new subs from those two games too. Good.
Did he?
Good.
That's
I'm
great.
very glad. Jonathan Lovett. Hello. How are you
Jonathan.
doing? Brian Good Soup. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, buddy? How's the family? Okay, good. I'm good. We're good. We said hi. Okay, I
settled
wanted
in.
to make sure we are settled in. We're bringing Suzanne on in about 7 minutes, so I want to make sure that. I mean, it is 9:45 Eastern, right? That we're bringing her on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So,
Where's my notebook?
tomorrow's our anniversary.
Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, 17 years. So Dave gets to go to work, and I get to watch the kids. Just, it's life. I mean, after a while,
We'll have next weekend off.
Yeah. And we'll be doing a bunch of stuff, I'm sure. So, just, doing things around. Mike Harwood.
I really like that skull sitting there. I think that looks so cool.
Thanks, MC. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch
for our
football
anniversary?
for our anniversary. Yeah, we're gonna, just probably nothing. But
Probably nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get something
hang out and watch.
special to eat or something.
Oh, okay. Hey, nerd. What's up, Swole? Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh, you guys are making memes. Awesome. That's fun. I haven't made a meme in a while. I should.
Yeah.
It's good therapy.
I don't know. I kind of gave up on making memes. I'm not very good at it. Like, I'm good at doing graphics, but I never have ideas. I don't know what words to use.
I don't know what words to use.
I can't make memes like that. I don't know what words to use.
When I really feel it, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm good. I'm pretty okay at it.
Maybe I just don't apply myself.
I really need to feel it because it's like therapy. And then I get it out of my system, and then I don't do it again
meme it
for a
out.
while. So yeah, meme it out. Yeah.
I need to learn how
So
to
maybe
make
we'll
and
just
apply memes.
We'll just watch the football game. Sunday Bills play Steelers. So I'm excited to see that game.
Shut up, Aaron.
You should know by now, Dave.
Damn it, dumb shit, David.
Pop quiz hotshot. Speaking of,
There it is.
there we go. Yes.
It's a nice round number.
The Beta for Governor ads that have been running lately are comedy. Oh gosh, so many ads. Andrew Avery.
Wow, hey, what's
Hi. Thanks for popping in. I wish I had a pun ready for you, but I don't.
No, I can't just kick those
I'm not
out
very
either.
punny like you. Let's see, they're making the Bond music. Okay, you need to watch shows them mixing the music to the film. Oh, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun to watch. Craig says he wants Beto to win so badly. Just for the memes, comedy gold. Like, is that what it would be, or what?
We should probably do the
We
wheel.
probably
We got
should
like
spin
4
the wheel.
minutes.
Yeah, I was going
Okay.
to talk more, but
No.
not necessary.
So every week we give away a prize. I gotta fix that.
Is it doing the thing?
That was weird.
It's not
I don't
doing
know.
the thing. It's just my hair, probably.
No, I'm talking about this thing back here.
Oh,
I-
okay, sorry.
I'm working on a lot of stuff. So every week we give away a prize. And this week, like we have been doing this whole cycles, we're giving away a Liberty Late Night mug with my little neon thing that I made here. And people seem to like it because I have been sending a few out. And that's just to say thank you to our patrons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll go to the wheel.
I was looking at chat, sorry. We're going to do the wheel thing. Dave, fix that thing.
So everybody on here is one of our patrons. Some of them are on there more than once, depending on what level they're at. But everybody wins because Mary wants everybody to win.
Everybody gets a prize.
That's
Come
fine.
on. This is okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody wants like 3 mugs.
Yeah, and this also isn't like, going out and competing,
No.
on the field and then everybody gets a participation trophy. This is just everybody gets a thank you gift. It just depends on the order,
You put it in green too. Mm-hmm. All right, let's spin this.
Yeah, let's spin this wheel, y'all. See who's going to get the next mug.
Socialist wheel. Oh.
It's Alan.
Oh,
Mosley.
Alan's getting a mug. Mug to the mug.
Oh, there you go. Alan, just put that on your desk next to yours in place of our commercial that we
that's
haven't
our
made yet.
So that's it.
Oh, gosh.
Until next week. What am I doing? Switching the movie.
It's
the movie?
not Rick. Oh, don't forget to take his name off. Too, by
What
the
are we
way.
switching to, Mary?
We're switching to Movie Wheel, and it's Spooktober, so we're watching scary movies every Sunday night for
I didn't do it in time.
a couple of years now. We've been, I think it's been a couple of years, probably, right? Coming up on that.
Yeah.
But we've been watching movies on Sunday night, so a ton of fun. Come hang out and, on-screen chat, and we talk, but not try to talk over the movie too much, but it's just like, it's a lot of fun. So, but
That's
for
on our
October,
Burner Twitch channel.
Burner Twitch channel, yes, LLN Movie Night, so twitch.tv/LLN Movie Night. And for October, we're doing scary movies,
Hopefully not like the Pet Cemetery like last week. That was just disturbing.
That was absolutely, I needed to watch a couple things after that were funny and lighthearted.
Let's do it Sunday.
So let's see what we're going to do Sunday.
Oh, we're doing scary.
Poltergeist. Damn it. It's another one I haven't seen for a reason, because I feel like I do not like that kind of stuff. I really don't.
I'm sorry Celeste can't come to movie night. I know she doesn't like
Until,
the scary stuff.
the end of, or beginning of November. Damn it. I just really don't like the scary movies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, Craig, come join. You can be on Twitch and lower your
Oh yeah, your quality.
level so that you can see it.
Oops, that's wrong.
I have
I'm
not
doing the
seen
wrong thing.
Poltergeist. Last week was my first time seeing Pet Sematary. Not recommended to watch that movie if you've never seen that movie before. So, I'll just go hang out at the cafe then and watch the movie.
Me and everybody else is like, oh, that was really scary when I was a kid, and I'm like, I watched this when I was a kid.
I know, right? I messaged Seth Davis afterwards and was like, you watched that as a child? Holy crap. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got, what's today? 10/7. I'm writing this down. 10. Why is this pen not working?
Oh, she's already waiting.
Gosh, my pen is not working.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, screw that pen. I'll take this one then. Alan.
Give me a second. No.
Alan. Mug.
Uh-oh.
And then, what are we watching? Poltergeist.
There it is. I figured it out.
I don't like spooky. Oops. I put Potler. That'll make it more funny. Okay.
All right. I also redid all the audio, so this should be exciting.
Look, I'm writing notes, Dave. I wrote it down.
That's good.
It is good.
Titanic is the only movie to give me nightmares.
Titanic. I used to love Titanic.
We all
I
connected?
guess I haven't, yeah. Okay, guys, yes. Oh, Suzanne, can you hear me? And can we hear you?
I can. Hello.
Awesome,
Okay,
and
we're
we can
good.
hear you too. Oh, you got a fireplace going? Oh, that's so awesome. Let's bring her on. Welcome back to the show, Suzanne Sherman. So excited to have you back. Are you drinking a glass of wine?
With you, of course.
Yay! Cheers! I got a little whiskey and I got a beer. So
All right, there we go.
here we go. I'd say a little whiskey, but I mean, yeah, that's only like 3 shots in there, so it's all good.
And I'm doing sober October, and I'm struggling.
Dave's doing it. Dave has he's run into the store for me to get the drinks, but not drink or consuming them at all. So good job, Dave. Yes. All right, everybody let us know how the volumes are, with the guest and with ourselves, so we're not blowing anyone's eardrums out or causing anyone to strain. Okay, Suzanne, well, welcome back. There's been a lot that's been going on for you since we last talked. But I want to start out with, we talked about prepping and everything last time, and you have your page, Red Hot Chili Prepper, which I love the name of that, by the way. What all have you been doing? Now, you've come out with some stuff, some books on Amazon. Just came
out with a new book.
Yeah, so let's
That's
talk
been doing
about
pretty
that.
Good from
yeah,
the
you're like
I've
in the
seen.
top 100, right?
Yeah, that was my book, Federalism. A few years ago, I just started cranking out these articles for the 10th Amendment Center and things that would strike me as, from a constitutional perspective, inconsistent from Supreme Court rulings and how conservatives and both progressives were interpreting the Constitution vis-a-vis these cases. So I just started writing articles for them, and I figured, I really wanted to write books on preparedness, but to just kind of get used to the whole process, I thought I'd put this one together, and it turns out it's the best selling of all of them. So I'm happy with it. I think it gives people from both sides a different perspective on how to interpret it. And I think the biggest example was the abortion case, where the Supreme Court turned that back to the states, and conservatives cheered, but conservatives also cheered on that the Supreme Court struck down the New York state gun laws. So to be consistent, the gun laws need to go back to the states as well. And you have to ask yourself, well, why wasn't the Supreme Court consistent in doing that? Because if they had been, well, guess what? All of a sudden, what becomes absolutely irrelevant would be the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. It would obviate the need for a huge federal agency. And, I think it was their way of trying to, curb abortion, but not really say it was their policy preference. So they kind of slid into the constitutional angle, but then they ignore it once again with all the rest.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, just fixing them.
Getting feedback from the
little
comment
echo there.
section.
I just did a blank because I was thinking about what you were thinking about.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry. My brain, I share a brain with Dave, so... Gosh,
and mine's all over the place.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
I did a new update on my streaming software, so everything got messed up, and I've been slowly rebuilding it week by week as I find problems.
Okay, so when did this book come out? And it is in the top, what now?
This was early this year. I could try a headset if the sound is bad. I do have earbuds if you want. I can try those.
We're good now. It was my fault.
Okay.
Dave,
well, it's good to see Jeff. It's good to see Chris. So yeah, that was the first one I started working on this year. We got that out in, I think, February, something like that. And then I started writing the preparedness books. And the next one I was going to do was supposed to be about getting started, but I think I'm going to write about my experience with the fire instead, and then get back on track.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up right away, but do you want to talk about that? I mean, you experienced something really, I don't even know how to put words to it. I mean, traumatic.
Breaking up a lot. Yeah, we're breaking up a lot here. Sorry about my connection. Yeah, we talk a lot about our successes when we're doing, preparedness and homesteading and all that. We love to show things that work out well for us. But I think it's just as important to show when things don't work out well for us. And, still being can make it so it could have been a lot worse. And we can get into that as well. But yeah, this was just an absolutely devastating event that happened to us. And you can take all the precautions in the world, but things can come up that you have absolutely no control over. And and you hear about everybody that has fires and, oh, well, thank goodness nobody was hurt, or, you can get your stuff back. But it really doesn't work when it happens to you. Once that happens to you, those are just empty. And people mean well, but the emotional impact, at least for me, for this, it really surprised me how devastating it was. And it's been really hard. I mean, for the first couple weeks, I couldn't even talk about the event without bursting into tears, because my boys and I had it originated from my motorhome. And my boys and I had just been camping in that in Colorado. And if that had gone up when we were sleeping, we wouldn't have gotten out. So
my it was scary. Yeah.
Did they know, exactly what caused it, or how it happened?
We we believe we do. It's hard to prove because the fire was so intense and so hot. There was literally nothing left. There was just a shell of the cab, and then the chassis, and the engine block was melted, and the device or the manufacturer's part that we think caused it, of course, is gone. And it's a device that deactivates the cruise control, and it's connected on a switch with the braking system. And I mean, I've discussed this on my show. If you want a more detailed explanation, go over to the Red Hot Chili Pepper podcast. I think actually this one's on the Wasatch Report because there's a federalism issue in there as well. I want to thank everybody for all the cool comments. Thank you. But federal law, thank you, requires, here I am in the middle of nowhere and they're still getting me. Federal law requires that there be power to brake lights at all times. So my motorhome that was in the back of my barn in the middle of nowhere obviously was a hazard to the public unless the brake lights were capable of being, powered at all times. Well, what happens is when these two, the deceleration device and the brakes are sharing the same switch, we have continuously powered, powered cable and brake fluid right there. And when the seal, the vacuum seal breaks over time, causes corrosion, and eventually starts a fire, which happened to us. I mean, it just went up in a flash. We were right out there. We had just been out there. There was no smoke in the barn. Next thing we knew, there was an absolute inferno, and it almost made it to the house. There's a picture on my Facebook page that shows my son standing there just holding two buckets of empty buckets of water in front of a 30-foot wall of flames. It was crazy. And the sound, the roar, I mean, it was insane.
I can't imagine at all. I mean, I don't think ever
I've never been close to it.
I'm grateful that you guys were not, first of all, camping in it or near it when that happened. And I can't imagine. That's why I didn't know if I should bring it up or not, like right away, but because I don't know how I would feel. I don't know. I've never experienced that, so I have no words to put to, what you're experiencing. I have not been there. Well,
so many things had to happen right for us not to really have a true disaster. First of all, we weren't in it. Also, we were home at the time and awake. It was during the day. I had company that was supposed to arrive at 5 o'clock. I tried to change the time because it was so hot. They arrived at the original time, which was 3 o'clock. We wouldn't have been out there to see it had they arrived at the regular time. And it didn't happen at night where we would have, slept until it probably got to the house. So a lot of things went right for us. We caught it immediately, probably within 20 seconds of the explosion. And, the reason we got enough time, because I have a large field in the back and I have a tractor and I keep the field mowed. So that slowed the fire down, but I'm in a very remote area. So it took quite a long time for the fire department to finally arrive here. And we probably had a minute before the house went up. The state trooper on the scene that was trying to water down the grass he gave the order, yelled, evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. And while he was doing that, I was moving my vehicles and my farming equipment out where the first thing I wanted to do was just curl up in a ball and pretend it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
But then I realized I got to save what I can. And, I've got a truck, I've got another vehicle, I've got a tractor and, a side-by-side. So I got that out of harm's way, grabbed one bag of clothes and my laptop. So I'd have a portal to my insurance company, my bank and everything else. And then the rest I was prepared to say goodbye to forever, but they got here within about a minute to spare. So
oh my gosh,
we're kind of dealing with that.
How long do you know how long it took the fire department to get there, since you are in the middle of nowhere?
Probably close. It felt like an hour, but it was probably 20 to 30 minutes.
That's so long.
It slowed and it went. Yeah, it went from one building to another, and the heat and the trajectory of the fire, because of the wind and the canyon we were going to, it was headed straight to our house, straight to the house.
Yeah.
And so, and there was nothing we could do, to stop that. And so it was terrifying. We had no idea what had caused it at the time. My son's in the motorsports business, so people started calling us and saying, "Hey, are you familiar with this problem that Ford Motors has?" And it is affected, I think, in the 1990s, the recall started coming in, and they did recall after recall after recall for vehicles they kept missing through this, estimating that almost 15 million vehicles were affected. And the other scary thing is they say when this erosion and this short can cause, it can happen 24 or even longer, 24 hours or longer after you've last driven it. The day before I had taken it to my back field, my tanks were empty, but I decided to flush them out and clean them because it was going in to be serviced, get a safety inspection, and winterized in 3 days. So I was back there, and sometimes what I do if I'm going to take it out, I'll stage it and park it by my house.
I'm sorry, I have to go up to one of my kids.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay. So I was thinking, well, I'll just park it by my house. It'll be easier to get out of here early in the morning. And something just told me, nope, put it in the barn. Don't put it by the house. And I had this debate with myself because it would have been easier to just park it next to the house, hop in early in the morning and head down to the valley. And something said, no, put it in the barn. Had we parked it by the house, I would not be sitting here right now because I'd have nowhere to sit.
Yeah, that's weird, you know. Where does that come from? That feeling. Actually, I think I found the picture here. If I can bring it up, the one you were just talking about. Yeah, that one there.
Yep, that's the one.
I
Yeah.
wonder if I can make that bigger.
And that was before the fire department arrived. That was probably 10 minutes before the fire department arrived, 10, 15 minutes.
And where's your house? Is that behind the picture here? Like.
The house is behind my son. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was the chicken coop that had ignited. That was that building that's right in front of him. You can see a second set of flames behind him. That was where the other barns were. And then it traveled about 80 feet to the chicken coop and went up. When my son saw the flames got to that, he ran out, opened the door. All of them but 3 got out. So, you know, this is what I mean when we talk on our show. Also, Jeff Johnson and I talk about this. He's a EMT and also a firefighter, former firefighter. And we talk about the difference between immediate responders and first responders. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the firefighters, the sheriffs were the first to arrive, firefighters after that, but we were the immediate responders. And our company that had shown up that day, she said she couldn't believe how well we worked together, even though we'd never rehearsed something like this, but we all had something to do. You know, I always keep my phone in the charger so we know where to find it. All my vehicles are on hooks right by the front door. Every vehicle, every tractor, everything has its own set of keys. You grab it, you're out the door. They're always gassed up. They're ready to go. And so that's what we did. You know, it was a big disaster, but we were able, thanks to the preparedness and mowing the field and hedging our bets, knowing that we're very far away from help if we need it, we can buy ourselves time. And it did work out.
So that's something that you had thought about like ahead of time, like because you try to be prepared. You know, you do the food and stuff like that. So you actually think about disasters like this, other than not actually doing like a fire drill, but being ready for it if it does happen.
Yeah, because I live in a very remote canyon. I am 15 miles from the nearest town, the nearest grocery store, and that's just a small little town of Colville with about 1,400 people. And so I always knew that a friend of mine said, you know, the only reason you didn't have to leave this place is because of a wildfire. And I said, well, that's what my motorhome's for. I had it always gassed up, full of propane, which is why the fire was so hot. And if something happened, we could get out of here and still have some sort of shelter. And so it was always very well supplied. And one thing I never anticipated was the fire starting from one of my prep items. We always kept the thing very well maintained. And Jeff has a great point. Keep a backpack on a hook. And so you have some clothes and your wallet and stuff also handy. And I do have a backpack. I grab my backpack. My backpack has my wallet, ways to get hold of people. I always have a phone in there, a firearm, and extra ammo, and off we go.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I grabbed that, threw it in the truck with my other stuff, and I figured that's all we're leaving with me and my boys, and this will be good enough.
Yeah, you got a bug out bag.
That's
Yeah.
heavy. That is heavy. Like saying, I'm grabbing this bag, and this could be the last time I see this place standing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I was in my bedroom. I took a look around, and I saw all these cool things I wanted to bring with me, and I said, if I start, I won't be able to stop. It would be really difficult. So it was, and it's another reason why I had all my preparedness items all spread around. I had probably 120 gallons worth of these metal cans of grains and rices and all that. That went up, but I also have all my supply of food that's still in my home that I didn't lose as well. So very smart if you have the ability to spread out your items and have a way. So if you lose some of it, you can spare it. It's difficult if you live where there are tornadoes, where all your preps can end up miles away. But you just do what you can.
Yikes. That's really, Wow. So we get your book, and we're going to learn how to be more prepared for things. And the preparedness book, is it about, being prepared for food, or is it for certain situations? Is it for things like this? Is it for just life in general, in case, inflation and the government and the whatever? And Hi, Dwayne.
There was listening to Alan. There are so many books out there that can be very comprehensive. In fact, the first one I bought was probably 500 pages. It's written by Arthur T. Bradley, and absolutely love it. Hi, Chris. I've been seeing him comment on there. And I decided I wanted people to have short, digestible, no pun intended, topics that they could pick. And so the first one I wrote about was my preparedness forte is food preservation. I love canning. I love growing food. I hunt. I process my own game by myself, from field dressing it to cutting it up and also canning it and freeze drying it, all of that.
You're such a badass.
I decided to write a book on food.
I had to say, that.
I decided to write one all about it.
That's great. So
for people who
food.
don't know where to start, I started them with food, and I put just a quick explanation for the basic methods of food, from salting, canning, pickling, hot water bath canning, pressure canning, dehydrating, freeze drying, that sort of thing. And then what I told people how to set up a food preparedness pantry. So in the next book, in the first one, it's called The Red Hot Chili Prepper, Food Preservation Strategies, and it's called the Survival Series. And then the second book is called Doomsday Dining and Recipes from Camp Apocalypse. So I take my favorite recipes that I've used, and you can incorporate, whether you hunt, it can be wild game, or it can be chicken. There are vegan recipes, or vegetarian recipes. Everything's adaptable. But the key point is all the preps in the world aren't going to do your family any good if they don't want to eat the food. A lot of people go out and they'll buy, a huge sack of grain, sack of rice, a huge sack of beans. Well, what are you going to do with that? Do you know how you're going to prepare it if you don't have any resources? So today, for instance, I was taking out rice that I had freeze dried, and people say, well, why would you freeze dry rice? It's already dry. Because you can just take rice and you still have to cook it. You might not want to burn wood, or might not want to go through the resources. So I already steamed it. I prepared it, freeze dried it. Now all you do is add water and reconstitute it. So you don't have to add extra resources where they might be very scarce.
Yeah, see, like my kids won't touch the sardines. Like, come on.
I mean, if they're hungry enough, if they go 28 days without eating food, they'll They'll eat the gear.
Yeah,
Carl
somebody-
does the freeze drying too. Yes.
Yeah, it's great. Somebody asked a question, and I've been asked this before. How do you feel about preparedness versus God's will?
Oh, that was
Because
Alan.
somebody said, if you think God's always going to take care of you, and my response to the person that asked me that on his show was, well, God's will. Why do you get up and go to work in the morning?
Yeah.
Is it God's will that you're going to feed your family? How are you going to do that? I mean, at some point, you have to be responsible for yourself. And I don't get into all the scriptural parts. I just said, if you think you don't need to prepare because it's God wills, well, then don't go to work in the morning. You got to take care of yourself. You have to be responsible.
Yeah. You can't just sit there and be like, well, it's God's will that I am not making any money because I'm just sitting on my couch and nobody's calling me. You know what I mean? And I haven't applied for any jobs.
No.
I'm not going to apply for any jobs. It must be God's will that.
Like Alan says, I don't get up and go to work in the morning. Got him.
Oh, Alan. But I like that, though, because I'm thinking of, my kids and stuff. We have David eventually would eat whatever.
Yeah, they will.
He would be quicker to do it. Chris, he's our middle. He'll try it all.
anything.
Yeah.
But
But Jane, if
she might die.
she might, I'm sad to say that she might actually allow herself to die of starvation. And therefore, we would all be dead because she'd be whining so much about being hungry. She's very picky. So you talk about stuff that, I could prep food for a picky eater.
Absolutely. The greatest thing about making your own supply of food is you can accommodate those with either food allergies, sensitivities, dietary restrictions. Some people can't handle sodium. So for instance, with all my stocks that I make, I don't add any sodium to what I make. So all my elk stock that I do is completely sodium free. And then you can just add what you need to. But if you have a family member, or if you yourself later in life becomes sensitive to this, then you don't have to worry about it because we've already taken that into consideration. If you have a picky eater, for instance, and you want to put together some sort of a soup or a stew or something, and you've got a kid that doesn't want to eat peas and they will die before they eat peas, you can make some and leave the peas out of it. You can be completely flexible. I always call it Legos for the pantry. And I'll also freeze dry a bunch of different ingredients, and then I can put them together in any kind of soup that I want. So I've freeze dried my garden harvests, and then I make my elk stock. And I also recommend you keep a large container of bouillon powder. If for some reason you run out of stock, you can always just add that to some water and make a basis for that.
Do you see there being like some kind of apocalypse thing where we're all going to be like living underground and like needing? I'm just
saying anytime soon.
Yeah, is there? Alan's talking about the
World War III,
and got my oldest worried that he's going to be taken in for the draft and everything. Do you think that's on the horizon? Anything really sketchy, weird?
They're talking about nuclear weapons once again, and who knows? I prepare for whatever it's going to be, and want to make sure I have enough food. We have security. The home is shored up. And some things you're not going to be able to control. Some things you might not be able to live through. I'm not one of those that say, yeah, you do this, you'll live through anything. It's a great way to sell books, maybe get great video views, but you got to be realistic too. If it comes to the point where you have to live underground, I don't know if I even care to live through that. So one of the reasons I bought the property that I have now was I would be far enough away from, civilization if things did get really bad, and my family could come up here. I've got a little community that could thrive here and have it secure. But, based on this other experience I had, and not because of the fire, but for some time, I'd also been realizing I want to be closer to my family. They're really entrenched now in the valley west of Salt Lake City. So I'm actually looking at some property down there that is in, again, if you're going to be in a community, you want to be in a like-minded community. And there's one in that area that really fits my needs. And something else that's happening where I live is I live in Summit County, which the seat of government really is we're ruled by Park City, which is I call PC, practically California.
Yeah.
So the politics here are turning into what made me leave California. So this has been a great place for 10 years, but it might be time to do another strategic retreat and go to a county that's run better. We've got some issues, coincidentally, with the fire department, and a lot of taxes are starting to go up. So I'm looking to go somewhere else now. And so what I've typically done before when I've left is I'll take a home, I wait till the value goes up, and then sell it and buy something cheaper, and kind of keep doing that over and over again. So it might be time to repeat the cycle. And I would tell anybody that thinks they have the perfect property or whatever it is, or they need to leave or do something, these are just earthly goods, and never hesitate to leave something that doesn't suit you and find something else. It's not any indication that I failed or I couldn't make it up here, but again, Park City has taken over the population of Summit County, and I am going to be controlled by people from California and New York living in the city who want to tell people like me up in the mountains what we can do. So it might be time for me to explore other options there. So I'll be writing a book about finding your prepper's paradise, be it in an apartment, be it on a remote homestead, or be it in suburbia, or be it in the city, wherever. So that's coming down the pike. The next book I'm going to write will be about my fire experience, because I learned so much about dealing with insurance, the legalities of the issues, talking to the investigators at the time. I mean, we were being investigated by both the fire chief and a sheriff's deputy who was treating as a criminal investigation. And I let him know very early on that I was a former criminal defense attorney, and told him to choose his questions wisely. So, but I kind of saw where he was going with some of these questions, so I kind of warned him a little bit. And they do treat you like you're a suspect at the time. And that was something that surprised me given the circumstances.
Yeah. So your horrific experience.
Yeah.
They had to question you. Why? I don't understand.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but yeah.
But also oh boy.
Yeah, they wanted to know, all the stuff. And again, when I tell other people never talk to cops, I mean it. But I also let them know, look, and I told them, I former criminal defense attorney, I never talk to police. I'm going to share what happened because I want answers. I want to know what happened. So I had told them everything I had done in the motorhome the day before. I said I cleaned the tanks. I had run the water pump. I turned off the batteries. Gosh, did I leave the water pump on? Could that have caused it? I mean, just running through the whole thing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started turning it on one of my sons, who had just been in there moments before to look for cups, because I wanted my older son to get these Solo cups from the store. And I asked him, hey, did you get the cups? And he goes, no, I didn't get your text till after I left the store. And my friend goes, yeah, that's a typical guy thing to do. But anyway, so my younger son took it upon himself to first go in my guest house and look. And then there weren't enough there, so he had gone back there. And I didn't even know he had gone. So he told them, well, yeah, I went to go and get some cups. And instantly, boom, what were you doing in there? You were the last one in there. Then the fire started. And I'm telling the guys, my son almost got blown up, and you're trying to focus this on him. Why don't you dig a little deeper and see what happened with the motorhome? And that's when I ran into the fire chief in town the next day, and I said, hey, everybody called me and is telling me about this issue with Ford. So I sent him links. I sent him all this documentation for it. But it was very unfortunate, particularly since my younger son is autistic. And the fact that had I been the last one in the motorhome, they wouldn't have asked me what I was doing in there. They wouldn't have asked me if I liked to set fires. So it also alerted me on a very personal level of the discriminatory nature of law enforcement, particularly with this group of people. And it was very disturbing to see. And I fully intend to use the reach that I have to bring more attention to this. And it has been brought forth in other forms of media. and on some television shows. Atypical was one of them. And there was that little boy in Aurora, Colorado, who was killed by police officers. This little black boy with glasses saying, "Please don't hurt me. I'm just different. All I want to do is play my violin." And they pulled a George Floyd on him. They killed him, this little boy. And I don't know. I can't confirm if he was on the spectrum, but he definitely had some differences. So this is something I really want to I want to bring attention to.
Yeah.
Because my biggest fear has been for him as he goes out in the world isn't other people in the society, but it's how law enforcement is going to treat him if he ever has a meltdown in public or something happens.
Yep.
And that to me is more terrifying than any fire.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes. I didn't even, think of gosh. That's awful. I can't believe that they were questioning him about. That's terrible. That is absolutely, so do your thing.
Well, and where it also went, he started asking him, well, where were you when you saw the smoke? Because he's the one that alerted us to it. And the terror in his voice, there was no way that he knew, obviously what had been happening. But he had been in a room, and when the officer started saying, well, what were you doing? Where did you put your shoes on? Were your shoes off? Did you put them on before or after you left the house? And I'm listening to him because I know what he's going to do. And I'm sharing this so people also understand. It might seem like an innocuous question, but when they ask you questions like this that are so trivial, and then a month later they ask you again and you don't have the same answer, boom, you're lying, you're going to get charged with arson. So there is so much to this topic. It's not just the fire, but do you have adequate insurance? All the stuff I learned about insurance, the changes I made to my policies based on this, how law enforcement's going to treat you, how the fire investigators are going to treat you, how your insurance company is going to treat you. I had just switched policies. I'd been with one company for over 20 years. And I just changed policies, and the woman that was handling the aspect for the motorhome, why'd you leave your other policy? Why was it insured the past 8 years? I said, yes, it had always been insured. It was all these accusations on the part of the coverage for the motorhome. And I said, look in the records. I mean, when I first changed policies with you guys, by the way, you solicited my business. That's why I changed. Mm-hmm. And so there was suspicion, and it was a red flag because it was a new policy. So there's a lot to expect that really surprised me. I should say a lot surprised me that I would be treated in such a manner that I had done something wrong. When I was just so absolutely terrorized by this fire and dealing with all of that, and then finding that I have to go ahead and put myself in lawyer mode and defend my family and myself.
That's awful. That's absolutely awful. I can't even. I mean.
Yeah, to come after somebody that quickly though, it's like
can't they investigate
said, yeah,
first?
The fire forensics or whatever should have been able to figure out where and how it started.
Go
but
in.
Like you said, it was so hot.
Oh gosh. And
there's a good comment here. Today's justice system, the whole damn court's rigged one way or another. This is something I found profoundly disturbing as a criminal defense attorney. I had a lot of clients that were indigent defendants, and both at the trial and the appellate level. And put yourself in their shoes, even if you're not an indigent defendant, but especially if you are, because you have a court-appointed attorney. You've got the judge, works for the government. You got the prosecutor, works for the government. You got the defense attorney who, if it's private counsel, their first obligation, we are taught in law school, is always to be to the court, not the client. Our first duty is to the courtroom, is to the court system, not the client. And then you have the indigent defendants now who have their court-appointed lawyer, and they feel like that's kind of a gift to them. And here we all are, and I hate that I did this, going and shaking hands, with the prosecutor, and hey, how's it going, and acting all chummy. And because we all had to get along. And that's not the way I would do it if I would do it again. And the whole system's intimidating. You get in the courtroom, and when the judge shows up, everybody's supposed to stand up. And I'm sitting my butt down. And if I'm ever in court again as an observer or a juror, if I get called for jury duty, I've tried, they won't take me. You know, and that judge walks in, you know, what, and they tell you to stand up. No, why should I? You and I are the same. We're both lawyers. The only difference is you're paid, you know, our tax dollars pay your salary. You should be standing for us.
Right.
So the whole thing is to intimidate you. The judge is on a podium, the jury's in a box like that. Then when it comes down to determining guilt or innocent, it's almost a directed verdict, because if they said, if these facts are proven, you must convict. And it's the jurors' obligation to refuse to convict if they, in their personal opinion, believe that either the law on its face is unjust or as applied to that particular individual is unjust. They hate the thought of jury nullification. Mm-hmm. So, you know, going back to that question, this whole thing is skewed towards the government. It's one big casino. The House always wins.
How do you
usually this shows so much fun. I'm just a big burn vegetable.
This is no. This is
it's fascinating.
It is fascinating, and you are so well spoken, and I could just listen to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Honest to goodness, I'm like just
next?
Keep talking, Suzanne, because you're so. You are intelligent, but not with that uppity, like I'm looking down on you, kind of like ha ha ha. Like I feel so comfortable chatting with you.
It feels like one of us is like, look what these assholes are trying to pull.
Like, yeah. It's like this is just. I'm sorry for all that you've been through, but I'm so glad that you're sharing everything that went on, because those thoughts when I saw about the fire, that all that extra that came after never even crossed my mind that they would be. Yeah,
mine
treating me that way.
You know, that's why I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity I have to, you know, really share this experience, because usually you hear about people, they had their fire and then they rebuild, end of story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there is so much more to it, that if I can get people mentally prepared and prepare. I mean, one thing I didn't think of, I want to tell everybody this weekend, go through your home and take your phone and take pictures of everything you have. Every room with your furniture, your appliance, your clothing. You know, you have to have special scheduling for jewelry. So if you have some, you know, really expensive jewelry, take pictures of that. But it's really hard to document. The hardest thing about this has been trying to document everything we have. But get the pictures so they can at least see it. We unfortunately had to get pictures of it through the rubble. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see that. I had a beautiful horse trailer in there that was just nothing left but the chassis. You know, the motorhome, all this camping gear, go-kart chassis. We just sent them pictures of that in the rubble. And to be fair to them, they are paying out very generously. Wow. With the go-kart chassis. I didn't think they would do that. Thousands of dollars for that. So I'll give a shout out to Liberty Mutual. I'm really pleased. With them. But it could have been done a lot easier. Take pictures of everything you have. You take it for granted. Just go in every room. Did
you just see Alan's comment?
Folks.
Oh gosh. No, that's very smart. Again, nothing that I even.
I'm like thinking about our house, and I'm like, the computer. I have a lot of pictures of this already, but you know, the couch that could burn. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, we don't have a lot of nice stuff.
You know, we got the young kids, so they break a lot of things.
Yeah, we're not buying any nice stuff right now.
But this setup here, the studio and stuff, I'd say like in your half stack and, you know, computer and all that.
Absolutely. You go and take care of that. And, you know, furniture, cars, clothing, all of these things you will get compensated for. Claim it, because you're not going to want to have to scramble for that later. And if you're paying to get that replaced, be sure you can show what it is. And I think that's the one thing I really had regretted. The other thing I didn't take into consideration was the cost of cleanup. So again, on my show, I get really into the details, but I had chosen to not have a significant amount of insurance on my outer buildings because the motorhome, you know, all that had its own insurance. But what I didn't factor in was the cost of cleanup was almost half of what my policy payout was. using their contractor. So I found some guys in my community here that did it for $5,000 instead of 15. But that took a significant chunk. And I think my payout, my coverage was about $30,000. So 15 of that would have been a huge chunk. So I was able to save some money, and now I've upped my coverage for my outbuildings because the only one I have left is my guest house that has a workshop and my garage in there. So I upped that significantly, and I also doubled the cost of coverage for my house. Factor in the cost of goods right now. You might have a $300,000 policy, but as we saw, the price of plywood and everything going up, everything's more expensive now. So you're not going to replace it for, you know, what the value is. So I doubled my insurance. My policy's more expensive, but I won't take such a hit if this happens again.
Yeah. And hopefully you do not have to go through this again.
That should definitely be only a once in a lifetime thing.
Seriously. Yeah.
You know, Andy's comment about the boating accident also brings up the issue of insuring your firearms. And the National Rifle Association, NRA, does have a program where you can insure your firearms through them. I would never do it. That's, to me, all they have to do is once again bend over for the government and say, "Oh yeah, sure, you can have our lists."
Yep.
So that's another form of a gun registration.
Yeah, just make a savings account and that'll be your insurance. Like, just set that aside. Do it the Dave Ramsey style, you know. Insure yourself.
So you're thinking about leaving where you are, possibly, maybe looking into something new.
Yeah. It's time to go. Summit County's lost.
Does it create any kind of fear for you, like, or anxiety about moving, or are you like, this is just what needs to be done and I'm going to get up and go and do the thing because that's what has to be done?
Yeah, I assume you're different than us.
This is my first of 20 tonight. No, I'm kidding. It's extremely stressful. I'm actually dreading the process. Mm-hmm. I think that part there is been more stressful than the aftermath of the fire. Nothing was as stressful as the fire, but the thought of, you know, picking up everything here. But you know what? All the crap I had in back is gone. I don't have to worry about that.
That's the pack.
So I've just been decluttering stuff here and getting rid of things. I'm going to sell a lot of my furniture if I get this house that we're looking at. And yes, Jeff knows I can't have more than 2 glasses of wine. When we were out for Alan's show last March, Andy brought some of my favorite wine out there, and I was cooking for them in our little timeshare thing, and I'm drinking wine, and I had such a hangover the next day.
Oh gosh. I sure hope that you're situated in a way that you're able to come and relax and hang out at the next one, because I really would love to meet you in person.
Yeah, we should be there.
Oh, I really love that. I would. But
yeah.
I appreciate you having me on. And it was a serious topic, but I really want to take advantage of every opportunity to maybe save somebody, because it could be a financial disaster if you don't have the insurance or the coverage you think you do. Go over it. Again, take those pictures of your personal property. One thing I will also tell people, if you have a Ford vehicle, Ford motorhome, even if your VIN was not subject to a recall, even if the year of the make of your vehicle was past the date they say it was, because I told my son that, and he goes, "Mama, they already made those rolling chassis, and as soon as Fleetwood or the ambulance companies need them, they sell them." So it was probably, there was no other way that fire could have started, you know, other than an electrical fire. Even if they wanted to say my son was there right before, he never went to we could see the front of the fire was outside of the motorhome, at the front of it, in the back of the barn. In fact, the RV, I'm looking at a wasp I'm going to kill as soon as we're done here. As soon as when we first saw the fire, the entire living quarters of the RV were intact. There was no smoke coming out of them. The windows were intact, no flames coming out. And my son and I thought, do you think we could? No, we're not going to go back there. But it was so intact. We thought maybe it was something in the barn, like a wire came down behind the barn and lit the grass on fire. We thought we could pull the RV out of the barn. Then we realized, no, this is right in the front of the RV, and it was affecting the cab, but it was not in the interior. So there was nothing that we could have done to start that. And again, my son went in there in the body of the RV, looked for RV. He was looking for cups. He was out in 30 seconds because his brother was setting up a slip and slide. Saw him go in, saw him come right out. And we told them all this, but still, we had to go through all the interrogation. Even after we said all that, I said, we witnessed all this. And then they asked, do you like to play with fire? Like anybody on the spectrum is a walking arsonist. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, I've taught them skills, how to build fires. I've taught them firearm safety. And the cop just, his eyes got that big, like, oh my God, you'd let somebody like that. And I said, he has been hunting. My other son was just on the local news because he's part of a program that's coming to Utah Motorsports Campus where they're teaching new teen drivers how to have driving highway safety. Driving. And yeah, my son races. I teach, my kids are exposed to dangerous things, but they learn how to do them safely. So yes, he has worked with fire often, and guns and fast cars. What now?
Yep.
So, it was interesting the way they were, treating us like that. And I said, would you be asking me these questions if I had been the one in the motorhome?
Right. And I really commend you for what you're doing with your kids and how you teach them.
Yeah.
And, that's the important stuff is you have to expose them in a controlled environment where you can share with them, this is the safety, this is how you do it, this is how you don't do it, kind of deal. And I think everyone, a lot of people are afraid to like, oh, I don't want my kids to learn about guns or I don't want them to learn
Shield
about
them from
this
all
or that.
that.
And it's like, but then they're not going to know. They need to know the good way, the right way, the bad way, So,
Well, one example, when my boys were little, when we were in California, we had a, very big area of concrete in front of our driveway, and there was a spigot with a hose attached and then green grass. And I would let them build little fires there when it was not windy. And everything, the grass, at the time you were allowed to water your lawn in California way back then, and there was no danger. So they'd light little, fires and then hose them off. And my neighbor called me and said, you have a big problem in front of your house. I said, oh, what's that? And I said, oh, is my son making too much noise? He's outside playing. And she goes, oh, with fire? And I said, well, we're supervising him from inside so he feels independent. They're out there and they're learning about the physics and how fire works. Would you prefer he finds a lighter and does the same experiment in his closet? Because kids are going to satisfy these curiosities.
Yep.
So let them.
Yeah, my parents' room had a little melted spot on their carpet because I discovered hairspray and lighters in the house.
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
I like to play with fire. I used to.
Used to, yeah.
I like building campfires now. I can.
Yeah, campfires. Yes, and we're teaching the kids, campfires, and yes, and you can go ahead and light it, and you can add things to it, and it's the same thing. It's in a controlled way that they're seeing it, and it's like not going to hurt anyone else or start a fire and take down the neighborhood. Would they themselves possibly get burned if they touch something? I mean, then you learn that fire's hot. I told you, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah, and we had a swimming pool. I said, you catch fire, I'm tossing you in the pool. But there was a good comment there that kids are taught to be afraid of fires and guns. In fact, when we started taking ours to their pediatrician when they were little, and she started asking, do you have guns in your house? And at the time I didn't, and I said no. And she said, now, even if they ever see a gun, even a toy gun on the sidewalk, don't touch it. Run and go get an adult. I taught mine at a very early age when they were very young. When they were very young, I actually became a firearms instructor, and I taught mine how to, because I left mine out. And mine would bring them to me, finger off the trigger. Again, I wouldn't have a round in the chamber, but he would bring it and hold it properly, watching where the muzzle control was. Here's your gun. You know, these kids need to not be afraid of these things, and then they need to be trained. And then when they're comfortable, God forbid they ever need to use them, they'll be proficient with them. But we have a society that's just, you know, promulgating so much fear in these children. And we've seen what's happened after decades of this. Look what happened in 2020. People were afraid to go out of their house without a mask. These kids have been masked up like this. I actually wrote a blog about that too, about masks and early childhood development. And that's on my website. Please go check it out, SuzanneSherman.com. But I wrote about facial recognition and how important that is, and nonverbal communication with these kids. And again, it's something that has been, you know, scared out of them. How much brain development has been lost in that year or two that people have been masking little kids and keeping kids from seeing facial expressions.
Yes. Yep. And especially when that is a core thing in their development, you know. And we've had friends who've had kids in that time. And, you know, I think, but just to see this, like, you might be able to maybe possibly see someone's eyes smiling, you know, maybe, but like you're not seeing the smile, you're not seeing them speak, you know, and it's all muffled, you know. So it's been weird.
Well, you mentioned
oh, go ahead.
You mentioned the smile, and I actually use that example in my blog. When I was an undergrad at UCLA, I loved psychology classes. They were fun, and there were also multiple choice questions. But there was an experiment that they showed us that had been filmed with a very young baby being held by its mother. And when the baby would smile at the mother would smile back. And then the baby would smile, and this would go back and forth. Then they instructed the mother not to smile back. And the baby smiles at the mother, and the mother remains stoic, no smile on her face. The baby tries again and smiles even more. Come on, Mom, come on, we were just doing this. This is great, you can do this. And the mother still did not respond. Sad. And then you just saw the baby start that pout, and it just started crying. That's how important it is to them.
Yep. Oh, gosh. Well, hopefully we're over that part. I mean, I don't know. Like,
you never know.
I mean, we never know, but I do still see people, you know, wearing masks and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's totally your choice now.
Yeah, that's
this
fine.
Is not being,
that was always allowed.
You know, but oh man, this meme that it was like a guy like running and then another guy running behind him. But the one guy, it says me trying to still like understand 2020, you know, and then the guy running up behind him, it says, you know, 2023 coming up, you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm still trying to process all that happened and how weird that time in our lives was. And I wonder what history books will say about it.
Crazy.
In school, you know,
well,
in what they'll call us folks, you know, the ones who didn't get vaccinated, who didn't want to wear the masks or didn't wear the masks, you know, what it's going to, you know, in 50 plus years, what those books will say to the kids in the public school system.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me back. I really
Thank you. Suzanne, you're awesome.
Oh, time flies. Wow,
it does. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know me. I have a couple drinks. And I'm just chatty.
No, I love your show. I love getting on when you're on Friday and just listening to you guys, watching you hang out and do your thing. I think you've got a great thing going here. So I love that you're hanging out again. Thanks so much.
We love hanging out, and you are wonderful. Thank you. We're going to post all your links. Everybody go to SuzanneSherman.com. Check out everything. Dave's going to post it right here. Seriously, I thank you so much for your time, Suzanne. You're wonderful.
Yeah, especially right now.
Thanks, both of you. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Alan, I'm not going to ask her if nachos are a salad. You can ask her that yourself. And he's put it in bold, you know, big, you know. different there. Oh gosh. I am just appalled
Make sure
by
everything's
all
good
that
here.
she had to go through after the fact.
Yeah.
After the devastation of
Experiencing that and losing everything.
and then having to go through people looking at you like, hey, did you?
Yeah.
But your kids? And looking at your kids and saying
Interrogating everybody.
nope, I am not okay with that. Oh, gosh. So go check her out. Check out her books. Go on Amazon. Keep her in the top 100, y'all. She's a good person. And like I said, she's so intelligent, but so easy and fun to talk to. Like, I really hope that she gets to come to Tennessee next year. I mean, I feel like it's selfish of me to really want her there because she's, you know, going to be doing all this stuff and just went through stuff. But I want to meet you, Suzanne. Oh, my goodness. And it's my fault that we didn't come down when she was there.
Oh, that one's free if you have Kindle Unlimited.
I know, Alan. It's my fault. I was scared when COVID first came out, and it was right when COVID first came out, and I was like, we're canceling, and I just was thinking of like I know that's my bad.
You should check out this recipe book that she has.
I want it all. Oh my gosh. Seriously. I need that like step-by-step, like little digestible bits of information, you know, not this like overwhelming thing. Like I just need this like step by step by step. We could maybe go through this with the kids, you know?
Step by step.
Step by step.
Bring this down.
Sorry. I'm
Pumpkins disappear.
yeah. Oh,
I've done that animation yet.
wait, what?
During the animation, everything disappears in the background.
Oh, okay. Okay. Raja, what's going on? How are you?
So what is this one?
Let's see.
She puts, what are those called?
Olives.
No,
Olives, chives.
it's not like tacos,
No.
but what are they called
Nachos.
when you're smothered like that? I don't know. If those
Oh,
are-
enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas. Oh,
Never
yeah.
think of that when talking about survival stuff.
Just to think. Okay, and now, like, I like what she said, that if you're going to be, like, having to survive underground, she's like, I might not want to be doing that anymore.
Yeah,
you
it'd have to be
know?
a pretty
It's
nice
like-
bunker.
Yeah, so that's very, very true. So, like, we could be set up in our home and, like, still be eating some enchiladas. Yeah,
And then all
because
the brainy stuff.
I always think, like,
I don't know what I'm
oh,
gonna
the
do with that.
apocalypse, and we're going to be underground, and the kids were going to be, like, here.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Might as well be living in a little bunker.
y'all are talking about jam, but I'm thinking jamming. You guys are all talking about weapons, but I'm like, oh yeah, I could make some jam,
What is this?
right? I need to learn how to can, is what it is. I have a fear of canning. I think because the you know, first of all, I'm afraid it's not going to work for me. Like all of a
Is there a
sudden,
sample?
my stuff's going to go bad, and then, but I'm also afraid, like, what if it explodes, and you know? But that's
They don't do
that might be my
samples.
mom. She has a fear of fire and explosions. So, oh, are we going to listen to it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
I don't know how. I'm not starting a trial or anything.
yeah, I'm just I'm all like, yeah, Jane would eat some jam. You know,
Yeah, that's about it.
If we could
Just sugar.
sugar. Is it because that are you the which one? Alan did he did the audio. He did the
Oh, hi, Suzanne.
audio book. Yes.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
on.
so much for, oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking the time to come on our show. You're awesome.
It's supposed to be back.
So check it out. Did you post the links to the
I did
oh,
her
okay.
site and the book page
Okay.
on her
All right,
site.
and to
But
the
if you go to
book,
her site,
okay.
it's real easy to cruise around on.
to find?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a really, yeah. I need to figure out how to can things.
Plus, all the links are
You
in
know.
the description, the
Yes.
episode description.
Oh, Liberty Memes is here. Hey, David, how you doing? What's going on? Yes, Raja. Also, I do want to have Connie on. I think that'd be a lot of fun to talk to her. She's really nice, and it's been a long time since I've chatted with her. But she was so nice. Yeah, and I would like to talk with her some more. I just don't get on Clubhouse.
No.
You know, I just don't. Yep. Andrew says that he was overwhelmed by canning, but not anymore. Okay, it can be overcome. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for that vote of confidence. All right, I can do it. I can do it. Yes. I was afraid. Now I'm not afraid because Andrew said it's okay. That made me feel good. Yes, so Liberty Memes has raised over $1 million for just everything all together. Just $1 million meme page, man. Just people helping people. Voluntary action, y'all, goes along with everything that we believe. Absolutely, 100% voluntary action. That's how we kind of learned about it too. Ron Paul, Liberty Memes, like you don't have to, the government doesn't have to force you to do it. I think people want to give and help and be kind. Okay, they're talking about polishing guns now, so.
Can you guys ask Andrew to come to Tennessee on June 3rd, 2023?
Oh my gosh, Andrew, please come down and hang out.
We might even be there. It's a good chance.
We're supposed to be there. I'm already planning it in my head.
But you never know.
I'm already planning it in my head, Dave, just so you know.
Okay.
I just want you to know that. Yes. That's right. Just go do it. Absolutely. Oh, no, I lost my hair tie.
That's all right. Add it with the rest of them.
What?
I always find hair ties all over the place.
I have an extra hair tie in my hair. My hair's thick, y'all. But you know what? Suzanne is like a walking, like that is, you don't like what's happening, move, go somewhere else because they're being jerks to her, so you don't get up and go.
I like that voting with your feet.
You don't have to stay there. You do not have to stay there and take that crap. Go somewhere else then, so absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. You got the brap. Yes. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, all the babies. And they're not babies anymore, though. You guys are all grown. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's getting so big.
What's up, Garrett?
Seriously. Garrett. Hello to you, too. How are you? Sorry, my nail just broke, and now I have to, bite off this little piece because it's going to bother me until I do it.
Get her done.
I'm done?
No, get her done.
Oh, get her done. No, I'm just trying to... Yeah. So the kids have been stuffy, so I had to, I for a second in the beginning of the interview, was like, what's Dave doing? And I was just like, oh my gosh, and I, lost my train of thought. Yeah. Because I had something ready to ask, and then it was just like, poof. So I was like, oh. And then I'm like, yeah. But we had a great time with Suzanne. She's awesome. So, and then y'all are here.
I like gum limit.
That's why fruit flies in this house this year are off the chain.
It's probably the fruit.
It's probably the fruit. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dave never complains when he breaks. I don't even care. My nails aren't even nice or anything. It's just
I do need a trim though.
I hate that little rough, it hanging off the side rough part. I'm like, that just irritates me, and it's gonna snag on my sweater is what it's gonna be. So, yeah.
What's your spaghetti policy? Like that. That's always.
Good night, Liberty Memes, everybody. I don't know what the new group is. I know there's new stuff happening, but y'all help people. Help people if you can, because that's help people. Yeah. There's wheelchair vans. There's more wheelchair vans. There's lots of stuff. Just lots of. I don't know. Is there anything? What are you saying? Shut up, Mary?
No.
Okay.
Reading messages. I turned down my phone, so now I don't hear it barking.
All right. But yeah, go help some people if you're able to. Throw a few bucks somebody's way. It really makes a big difference. So voluntarily, of course. So, Garrett, how are you doing? You're so sweet. How are you doing? Thanks for coming by. Seriously. Still talking some guns. Oh, okay.
There's the van
Sorry.
group.
Is that the okay? I feel like I've seen something new, but
No, I think he just has the wheelchair vans from Liberty Memes fans,
Okay.
and I think the $5 charity club's still around, but that kind of got like
Do you like
shadow
those?
zucked.
Those I can't see. I'm a bad weather person, y'all.
You're getting better. You're getting better at like
No,
going.
I'm not.
I always
I'm
go
trying to
like
point to the jack-o'-lanterns.
which one?
That
one here?
one or this one.
And then the lights, which I can't make them glow. I'm having trouble with that.
Yeah, lots of gun talk going on, Garrett. Alan wants to trade his mug in so that we can watch The Godfather, but sorry, bro, it's October. I forgot.
We're watching Poltergeist.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that one. Hopefully, I don't know. I was excited about Pet Sematary, and that was jarring.
I'm telling you, I don't like poltergeist stuff because, like that's not just like, oh, a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, like they are whatever. I'm just not going to believe. So.
But I like they're in the scene. Like you can see the reflection on the countertop.
And these
off the
lights,
can.
he made some Christmas lights, and David D3 was like, why don't you just make them like orange and purple for Halloween, so. Yeah. And Jane is going to be 8 in 2 weeks from today. She's going to be 8, and she's been talking about her birthday for the last 200 days. I'm not joking, because she's asked me like almost every day, how many days until my birthday? And I'm like, 200, 185, 167. Like, there's a lot of, birthday excitement. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, the pointing is good practice for it. Just I don't know what happened. Yeah, she's excited. Yeah, the big Ocho, right? Did we play Gary's button? Gary's here.
Oh yeah, we should.
We have more buttons to play, I feel like.
Gary, what are you doing here? You're causing a scene!
Love you, Raja. I also meant to ask how you're doing with the D.
Yeah, he said he's in pain. I saw that earlier.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
There's someone else popped in. I was gonna hit their button.
So
I
I'm
know I didn't
drinking
hit
and Dave's
that.
not, so I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, do it.
gonna
Somebody's
do it.
got to. I'm like, I don't know how to act.
Dave is sober. Yeah, and I'll get there someday,
Yeah, we had a guest earlier today. Well, tonight. We just said goodbye to.
Yes. Go back and watch it. Suzanne Sherman, awesome. She is fantastic. Yeah, and go get her books. Go get the Kindle or the paperback. I want the paperback version. I love a book to hold, and smell. I bought a book the other day from a local place, and I really love it, and I want to support it so bad. But when I open the book, it smells like someone else has touched it and read it. And I'm
Good job, Garrett.
I just really want
That's
to
impressive.
sniff a book that's brand new. Like I want my own book.
I'm on day
But that's
6,
okay.
and
I'll
it's
just stop.
no bueno. I don't like it.
Dang, Garrett, good for you. I saw your post. I was so excited. Yes, yep. And you got out of Ohio? I mean, just Ohio jokes aside,
Yeah.
I hope that it's that you're in a better
But
place.
there's a
than,
reason that
know,
there's
but, like,
Ohio jokes.
There's just Ohio
Sorry,
jokes.
guys.
So.
I think who do we got? We got a.
Thanks for hanging out, Andrew. You hung out past your bedtime. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is all. Yeah, you don't need to watch this.
We're just thanks for
hanging out.
being here. Come to Tennessee in June, and we'll get to hang out in person. And I'll try to bring puns. I'll try to be more punny next time, but I'm no match for you.
None of you need to watch this.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at your glass of bourbon there, and I'm just like, oh, that'd be good.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
you're-
not like your fault. It's, I'm strong. I'm a big boy. I can do this.
No, you weren't too drunk.
Like,
around
what's
kids.
it been?
It might
like,
have been the
like
after
20
party.
days? 6.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Seth,
November
you
yet.
were not that drunk around the kids. I don't think so.
Ooh.
I think Seth. I think maybe afterwards if you drank, and we weren't there.
He wasn't too bad, but
No.
apparently he was afterwards.
Yeah.
That was a fun night.
Ryan says that he was sober. Absolutely.
Probably not.
Yeah. What? I'm going to just drink this real quick. So, what else happened this week? Anything exciting? Like, that's how I feel. I'm like, why am I doing this? This is like comforting me in some way
nice to numb
that's, to numb out. But then there's always the next
And then,
day.
the next
and then
day's
it's
terrible.
just this,
All the
this,
anxiety and
the circle kind of thing.
brain turns to mush. And...
Yeah. And then I'm like messaging Dave, like, did I sound like an idiot on the show? So I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Good for you, Garrett, though. Seriously, I'm super proud of you and happy for you. I hope that, you're in a good place for yourself. Dave and I need some ideas for Halloween costumes. I'm sorry. I was just reading Ryan's comment. They don't think you're an idiot. No, they love you. Yeah.
They just think that's how you are. They don't know you're drunk.
They're like, Uncle Ryan. No, they don't call you Uncle Ryan. No. But no, they do. They want you to come back and visit and hang out. So, what should we be? I feel like I ask this every Halloween, but seriously, I was like thinking,
and then we don't do anything. We just buy whatever's on sale at Spirit.
But like, what should we be?
Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Not unless it's sexy Raggedy Ann and Andy, and I'm not even going to be a sexy Raggedy Ann.
I'm getting pretty thin right now.
You are. He's so skinny. This guy right here is so skinny. Plague Doctor, that's what our oldest is. We got the costume the other day. Don't tell anybody. Yeah. It looks awesome on him. Oh my gosh. He looks so good in it. I'm like, oh my God, look at you. Like, I can't even tell Tim. I'm like, you're really creepy.
We'll get the mask like when they're trying to be scary.
Yes, Celeste is going as Hide the Pain Harold. Oh my gosh. Dress up as inflation. That is very good.
It's terrifying.
Go as memes. Salt Bay is easy. How do I do salt? Oh, I mean, like, Dave, am I the food that he's, yeah.
I'll salt you.
Oh, be the couple that died in Beetlejuice. Yes. I'd like that too, because that seems like it'd be
well, if you're just them, that's like kind of normal, but
still,
you have to do it when they messed up their faces.
I saw masks for that though, but
yeah.
I can't wear a mask. I feel claustrophobic, so I might have a hard time. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my gosh, Ryan, please come visit when winter is dragging and give us something to look forward to.
Like, who the hell
seriously.
is that?
Hell yes.
Were we getting in trouble for?
Oh my gosh. Seriously, please. I think that's a really great idea.
Can we just carry around guns?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's such a great picture.
Oh, wait. Gender swap Josh Allen and Bill's cheerleader. Dr. Fetchit. Did you guys see? That reminds me. Did you guys see who shared it about the Babylon Bee? Saying, like, if you have leftist neighbors, like, check for vaccinations in your kids' candy.
Oh, yeah.
That made me laugh. Because, like, my mom is so nervous about, like, this rainbow fentanyl. You know, and I'm like, ain't nobody spending that much money.
I don't know. Fentanyl's pretty cheap.
I know, but
Just
still.
gotta see what happens.
I don't know.
Bunch of kids running around on fentanyl.
And what's it going to come in? A baggie?
No, they're gonna spend thousands of dollars to create them.
Yeah, are they going to get a
it's a sandwich
seal a
bag.
meal thing? Like, yeah, just rolled up.
Just a rolled up sandwich
Yeah.
bag. Like,
are they gonna get a seal a meal and like seal it, like, you know, and even then, so
yeah.
No, because
and then you just
and then Dave
at
would just be like,
inappropriate times.
Where's so oh, there goes my train of thought again. Damn
That's
it.
all right.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Vax in your Snickers. Yes. For realsies. Like, I don't think so.
Water.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Gets sniffing.
Oh, Ryan wanted me to go as Lizzo. I don't know why, because you guys were talking about Lizzo,
Wow.
and no, because you said that I like Lizzo music, and then he's like, Mary should just go as Lizzo, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't know how I would do that, but
You guys have a lot of good ideas.
Kyle and Greta. Oh my gosh! But I don't think we could see some of our friends if I was wearing. If
We
we
could
were wearing
both go
those,
together
yes.
as Lizzo. Just hang on your back.
Look at Celeste's idea.
Oh.
Yep, there you go.
See, I can picture a
So
babushka.
guys, we those of course your fingers.
Oh yeah, I got all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, you are.
Wait.
And then I just get a little, thing, and oh, yep. You
Gotta
already
work
got
on
the
my
tracksuit.
work on
yeah.
my ankle flexibility. I think I got it though.
Yeah, you have better ankle
Oh yeah, I
flexibility
forgot.
than I do.
When I'm full screen like that, the emojis work. I need to get some gold chains, not real ones. I ain't gonna spend money on that. Yeah, how much are fake gold chains? They can't be that much.
They're not, dude. Seriously, you can go to Joanne Fabrics and get some fake gold chains. I'm not kidding. What the heck is happening here?
What is it? Sideshow Bob. And what's
Somebody's
the other
throwing-
one? Mel? Wasn't his name Mel?
I don't remember.
I can't think of his name. Mel, yeah.
Who wore it better, Lizzo? Oh my gosh. Yes, Slavs. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Oh my, Dunmar.
That's a little problematic.
I like it. This is fun. This is fun. I'm really excited. I want to have last year we had 2 different costumes, right? We had what we wore to the party, and then we had what we wore here. Oh, a babushka. Yes.
that's it, yeah,
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was my neighbor. That was Mary.
Men in babushkas.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be
Classy.
sexy.
Oh, that's the
something. I'm sorry.
meme
I'm not.
one.
I can't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll just happen that I happen to be sexy looking, but I'm not trying to wear a short skirt and a thingy, and I'm not trying to be that. So I could just do the babushka, and then just end up being a sexy old lady, right? I told Dave we should be like Golden Girls. He could be Dorothy, and I could
I
be.
can pull that off.
I could be Ma. What's her name? Shit. Why can't I think of her name?
I can't think of it. Sure,
Take
brain.
away my Golden Girls card right now because I can't think of her name. It's right there. Ma.
Ma.
Sophia. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Got it right before it
Same
came
time,
in.
Ma.
I'm proud of myself for not knowing.
Okay, wait. I do like the Molly Shannon thing there, Gary. Who was Dave gonna be? Because we had thought about being the cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
Will Ferrell and the SNL cheerleaders. But I do love Molly Shannon characters, and I kind of want to sometime be Sally O'Malley. I'm 50. I like to kick. Yeah, we were gonna be the Spartans. Yeah, but I don't even know how to make that costume.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, and it's way too late to ask anybody to do that for me and try to pay them $100 to make some sweaters. Yes, Sherry O'Terry, Ben Shapiro and Brett Cooper. So my kids know Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Lil D does a
He does-
Shapiro impression all the time.
It's not even. I don't even know that it's a right.
No, he's got the essence.
The essence of the annoying little man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Joanne Fabrics. Do you not have one in there? Ryan, do you not? Shrek? We could be. I mean, that would take a lot of face paint, though. I feel like that would take. That might take too much face paint. So, but it's a good idea. If we could just go as ourselves, as Shrek. Let's see. Catholic school going Mary. So she played. Yes, it kind of is me when I was in, but I was younger. I was in grade school when I went to Catholic school. You know, but. And I fall.
I love that character.
Y'all have to like carry around some folding chairs for me to like fall back into, you know.
That's Kanye with the White Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah, I like it. And she's all just like. I feel like I could pull it off, especially with my hair right now. You know, like I could like, you know, put a thing in and then do this. My hair's really long. I'm excited about it getting longer. Yeah. Because I decided like
the other
last
night
summer,
you were ready to chop it back down to the
I know.
cut.
I super was looking at old pictures of myself. But also it's just, it would be so nice to not have to deal with it.
Do
It would
anything.
Be like,
just wake up and go.
Like, oh, just wet it down and just, you know, spike it and rock, you know.
Who robs Joanne Fabric?
Who robs a Joanne Fabric store? Seriously. Oh my gosh. Tom Brady. Oh my gosh.
What?
And Giselle. Yeah, that would be.
Oh, that's his future ex?
I'd have
Current
to
ex?
be really
Wow. That's going
skinny
quick.
and tan to do that. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's pretty funny. You know, for the show, we could really do that. That you be
Section of
the
parking lot fence.
you be for the show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, yeah, we could. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I put what's her name's face on her, and it was the exact same face. That what was that chick that someone sings?
Miranda.
Yeah.
Miranda sings. If I could get her voice down, I would have done it, but I don't know that she's even a thing anymore.
They actually gave her a show. But yeah, she looked exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys remember Miranda Sings? Before it was like a TV show when she was just like a YouTuber.
Wow, there she is.
And she would just
normal.
like put her, yeah.
It's a lot of lipstick.
It is a lot of lipstick. Yeah. But she's fun though. She's a fun person because she likes to be goofy. Yeah.
And apparently she can sing. She was like a Disney worker.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then just one day she started singing like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, but would you? Yeah. maybe without the lipstick.
Miranda, I was gonna say as Miranda though.
See, like right there.
It was an inside job. That's totally an inside job. Right.
That's her without the character.
Yeah, but as the character, would you be like, where she just
well, look at that.
Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. However, I can't remember how she talks because I haven't listened to her in a while. Yeah, you know. But would you?
With that character?
Yeah, with the
No,
character.
I don't know. I don't know if I could perform. I don't know. It'd be too much.
Can you turn the fan on? I'm a little warm.
Wow.
Can you turn the fan on, Dave?
Yeah.
I'm a little...
Oh,
What I really want to do, honestly, hold on,
Okay.
is I just thought of it, and we talked about it in the past, but Stuart and his mom.
Oh yeah, where's that video?
Yeah.
find
You
it.
know, look what I can do. Because all my kids are always like, look. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder they made this a sketch. It's true. You know, kids are like, look. And then.
Yeah, I don't know if we could beat this one. Is that gonna work? Yeah.
Your stuff is whack. You're just a
What is
white
this?
boy who thinks he's black. You ain't the real deal.
What the heck? Is
Is
that an ad or something?
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Carl, I think that would give you the adrenaline rush you're looking for. But just be safe, okay? Can you guys hear it? Can they hear it? Can they hear it?
What a big boy. Trick or treat. Oh, that's a good boy. Yeah. Oh, look what I can do. Oh, wow. What a big boy.
Mm-hmm. So if you haven't seen that before, go check out Mad TV or just Google Stuart Mad TV.
Yeah.
I really wish we could watch one right now. It's so funny. It's so funny. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I love it. I love
They're
it.
just from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh, they kind of
No, where are
might
they
be.
from? Is that a Minnesota or is that Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it.
I don't want
I always hated that sketch.
Mm-hmm. That's okay, but but if you apply it, like if you apply, see Garrett, yep, if you apply it, Ryan, to like your children though, like in how they were like, look at me, look what I can do, look at this, look at what I can do, and they're just like, you know, like, look what I can do, look what I can do, you know, and then you're like, come on and do this thing, and they're like, I don't wanna. It's really, yeah. Wait, Celeste, why are you in your dark place? Wait, why? She says, I don't want to say it. I'm in my dark place. Why? Why? Why?
I remember that show. I think we watched a few of those on Tuesday nights.
What are we talking about?
Whitest Kids You Know.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, when Sarah's okay. Okay, I was so worried for a second.
That's Ryan right now.
This is really bothering me.
What's that?
This shit right here.
Oh, they're done. That was years ago.
Huh?
Remember I did the mayonnaise one with the white people?
No, I'm just talking about like, okay, yeah, but it's really irritating. Yeah, hey, topics. Yeah, topics with Rob. Hey, how are you? What kind of topics do you talk about, Rob? What are your topics? Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
What's the main topic?
Right now it's Halloween costumes.
Today, yeah, at this very moment. Earlier it was about fires and how you can prepare yourself for not just the fire but for the aftermath. And all the stuff, yeah, that goes on.
I'm drinking stupid water.
Dave's doing Sober October. I am not. So we talked with Suzanne Sherman, who you should check out. And she had a very devastating fire. And she talked about how after the fact, it wasn't just about like possibly leaving where her home would be destroyed, but the fact that the police and the fire department and everything, like, and the insurance company came at her like she was part of it or something, which is terrible. So, but yeah, now we're chilling. Now it's chill time. So
for a few more minutes, and then I gotta go to bed.
So Halloween costumes, yeah.
Yes. I actually finally got fire extinguishers.
Long time ago.
Well, yeah,
but still. Long time ago. They're still okay.
Probably have to use those up. Get some new ones. That'll be fun.
I suppose.
We could have a fire extinguisher fight in the backyard.
Alan, no, it is not. It is not. It is not. So let's true no, Alan. True dad, Alan. No.
Topic is, what do you think it would be like if you were a dog?
Okay, so I
think it's that whole freedom and security thing. It depends on what house you're living in.
It does. I guess it does. I really wish you said cat, because I'd just be like napping all day, eating food. Of course, you have to have someone who cares for you. Like if you're living outside as a cat, then you have to be up and like hunting, and you're like sleeping, but you're kind of nervous.
Wow.
But as a dog, I mean, like I think it would just be give those like eyes and get food, and
I like Rob.
And hang out, yeah. What?
And New Age Primates podcast.
New Age Primates. Hi.
But is that your shtick? Topics with Rob? You just come and give people topics? Because that's very helpful.
That is. Yes. Oh my gosh. Seriously. And also, do you do a thing? Like, do you have a show? Like, is this, because really it's so great. We just have a cat now, and I'm like, I look at the cat and I look at the cat and I'm like, I want to be the cat, because
but also he's not allowed outside.
Well, he's not allowed outside,
but then he doesn't get run over by a car, which is nice.
Yes, he has a lot of space.
Yeah, if I was just a dumb cat, I'd be a cat.
He's not dumb. Yes,
yeah.
Because we got a cat. Yeah, we haven't had a dog for a while. He passed away, and then a cat showed up on our porch. So, We took him in. David, our son, insists that he's like, I planted him there.
Really, Loch Ness? That sounds ridiculous. You figure something as domestic as a twisted tea would be a twist off.
Simon's a prisoner.
Maybe you're not trying hard enough.
He's a prisoner in loving,
and we're on a busy road.
Home.
Come on, we just watched Pet Sematary. We see what happens.
Yeah. Even if we were in the country, though, I feel like I would be nervous about other animals attacking our cat. I'm just very nervous. Yes. Wait, what? Oh, I'm in the scheduling to get Ryan and Kathy on this podcast. Absolutely. I would love to talk to Ryan. Yes. We love Ryan, Kathy. 100% for real. How's he doing?
Good dude.
Fantastic dude. Seriously.
You will not jump in water to save your life. Yeah.
A cat will not jump into water.
No.
That's
the
true.
Cat won't do anything. I think the cat is plotting my death. Every morning when I come downstairs to the basement to get my uniforms, he runs in front of my feet because he just wants to lap up my blood one of these days. He has no...
He is so happy to see you come home, though.
But he'd be just as happy to see me go down those stairs.
And he cuddles you and he nuzzles your beard, so... I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's do this. Let's make some plans.
Thanks.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks, Rob. Thank you very much. Anti-cat doesn't get run over. Honestly, that kind of sounds like a challenge.
Hey, there it is.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Oh my gosh, you should totally be Jordan Peterson.
I probably have most of the lines memorized now.
Telling Justin to clean his room. But Dave does that to the kids all the time anyway.
I just messaged the whole family today.
Yeah.
That'd be a great time to clean your room.
Yeah, no, seriously. I remember you and I had no idea that you were doing a thing. So absolutely. I'm writing it down right now. Where's my pen? You took my pen. You're doing a thing. But we'd love to talk to you anyway. Like besides what you're doing a thing. Yeah.
I like the name.
I do too.
Oh.
I also hope that you are well.
Oh, there you are. You're on Spotify.
What? Go boy. Look
Via
at
Anchor.
you. Oh
okay.
my gosh. So how long?
I'm
yes.
guessing.
You're doing a thing.
Oh, okay.
You're doing a thing. Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember you posting about that.
But that felt like, how long ago was that? But time doesn't mean anything to me anymore. So.
Let me get over here. There it is.
There you go.
Why does it say support? Do I have to have support at the end? What if I don't?
Know.
Oh, it just turns blue. I guess you do. Oh, nope.
Nope.
Oh, don't look at my history. I think all I saw was Roblox.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just joking. Yeah, definitely lots of Roblox.
Where are we at?
Did you post things 2 days ago? Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's exciting. I'll have to get the things so I can subscribe. Are you on all channels or like? I don't have a lot of things. Dave does.
What?
A lot of ways to like subscribe.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
have like Spotify and Anchor and all that jazz. Like Dave.
Well,
has all
my
the
phone
things.
can't handle Spotify, so I have to do Google Podcasts because it's the lightest.
Get a new phone.
I should.
You should.
Like you're like, can you call my phone? And I'm like, give me a minute. I have to wait for the dialing screen to load up. The dialer. It's a heavy program. All right.
God forbid you needed 911.
I'm sure.
Because there was
We don't dial 911 here.
And an emergency.
Grandma fell down. That's too bad. We don't call 911.
Oh, he saw the search for Lizzo nude. Yeah.
Loch Ness is doing inflation again. All right, yes. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
we should be leaving soon, too, anyways. I'm afraid because I had that cup of coffee, so I'm going to have to... I don't know what I'm going to do.
It was for costume research. You're correct. Thanks, Rob. Thank you. Thanks,
Scientific
Garrett,
research.
for coming for coming in and then also sharing the New Age primates. I think it will be really great. I'm really excited to hear what you're doing. Yes. Thank you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy. I'm happy when people are like finding themselves and their voices and doing things that they love and care about, you know, like go do the things. Yes.
Have fun.
Have a good time. Yeah. And relax about it. Don't get too stressed about it. That's what we do here. I'm going to play Fallout 4.
I just bought it. Yeah.
David's been playing Fallout 3.
Is it still on sale on Steam?
And
all the Fallout stuff's like 75% off.
It is.
Why does it have to update every time you open Steam?
I don't know. Yes.
Where's it going to open? Where's it going to open?
I don't know. Where's it going to open? It's
I'm
going to open in the furnace, Dave.
Or it's just not going to open. That's weird.
Yeah, so my kids have been like, you know, this on and off like cough, sore throat thing. It's garbage. It's just a normal cold of everybody getting back together again, you know, for the beginning of homeschool stuff. So, we're all good. We're good. Everybody's good. They're just kind of like,
oh my gosh, I don't know this stuff.
You know, ask David. He knows. He just send a paper airplane with Dad's sign in.
That's all right. It's not worth it.
Dad doesn't know his Steam sign-in stuff.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. We're gonna be going soon anyway. Are you playing anything? Okay, yeah, all right. He's gonna take a melatonin and go to sleep early. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Get some good rest. Get some rest.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is still $4.99 for the. When was I born? How old do I have to be? 1958. Sounds good.
Oh! Can I just say this real quick? Did I not talk about the cemetery walk?
No, not at all.
Yeah, we walked through a cemetery. Yesterday it was really nice, and we're like, you know what? Even if everybody's hacking, we're going to take everyone out and go to the cemetery. Because we can go to the cemetery and not be around a bunch of live people. And so we walked around. It was a lot of fun. I haven't been there in a long time. We went to one of the big ones in town. And my mom used to take me there just because it was neat. And all the mausoleums, you know. I'm still fascinated by the mausoleums. Like, I'm just fascinated, like, with the ability to, like,
you can see the richest families in town.
But just the ability to go in to a building, you know. Like, just really something. But we had fun. It was a nice walk, but we also just looked around at the gravestones, you know, like and we did find someone who was born
yeah,
right, born in like 1775.
Yeah, he was born a year before
like,
America.
Oh my gosh, it's so wild. And then of course he had a marker that said, like, you know, Revolutionary War and stuff, but it was just really also very sad, you know, like looking around, and it's like, these are people, and Jane didn't quite understand. She was just like, I was like, there's people.
Oh yeah, she didn't understand there was people underneath us.
Like, this is what happens when you die. Like, you get buried in the ground, and she's like, I get it.
I got the game of the. Yeah.
Good night, Lyle. Love you. Have a wonderful weekend.
They really don't advertise 76 very much.
MC, do you know about the vampire thing? The Erie Cemetery. Do you know about the?
We learned all about it.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't listen to the video?
I didn't listen to a lot of it. There's like 1,000 different.
Yeah, it's all.
You know, but like, what really happened? You know. Yes, MC knows. What's your take on that? Thanks, Gibbs. So there's supposedly this vampire mausoleum, like, where
the name is like,
the name's been removed. It's been removed. The unmarked tomb. Yep. And so I guess from what I heard a little bit of the person you were listening to last night that they were, oh, good night. Oh, it was so great seeing you back. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, absolutely. Come back and hang out again. And check out New Age Primates podcast, everybody, on Facebook there. So, no, I don't really want to talk about vampires. Wabi Sabi. Not really.
Oh, yeah,
just
he's probably from Vampire Country.
I know. But apparently, like, this has been, they say at night you gravitate towards it. Never experienced that myself. But were you ever in the cemetery at night, MC? And also, Wabi Sabi, do you believe in vampires?
I remember I used to laugh because Kane said that he believed in fairies, and I pictured.
I
like
want to believe in fairies.
I picture like a Disney fairy, and then I listened to all these podcasts about about weird stuff, and I'm like,
did you break in?
Fairies are actually a thing that.
Oh, okay. Did you break in? Because that's the only way you can get in there. I mean, at nighttime or just like in the day, like.
Yeah, I wonder if it's hard
you
to
gravitate towards it. Were you ever there at night? I mean, did we gravitate towards it? I'll tell you what we saw is some guy walking by.
Fairies.
We were walking by. We were walking, yes, at night a few times. Oh my gosh. It freaks me out. We were walking right by, like we came around. And then Dave's like, oh, that's the vampire mausoleum. Like, that's the thing, the unmarked tomb. Like, the name was taken down. It's very creepy looking, you know. And then this guy's, like, walking by, like, smoking a cigarette. And he's just like, hey, how you guys doing? You know, and I'm like, oh, good. How are you? You know. And then he disappears. Like, he goes around. He doesn't follow the path up. He just, like, takes a shortcut behind that mausoleum, and I hear some keys jingling and shit, you know, and I'm just like,
yeah, that guy was a little weird. He's the vampire.
I feel like I wanted to ask him more, like, who are you?
Wait,
what are you doing? Can you tell me more?
The dude we ran into said he's been lost in there for like 40 years.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm reading back now.
MC.
Matt.
Yeah, okay, so he's been in there a few times, yes, at nighttime. And then the dude we ran into said he's been lost in there for like 40 years.
I wonder if I could imagine was it a younger guy?
That'd be some shit.
If it was the same guy.
Yeah. I don't believe in vampires as far as immortal monsters who die in the sun and need blood, but there are definitely vampires down here.
We've been through some stuff. Nothing too wild.
Lot. It was a really good show.
We met a Twitch guy, Topics with Rob, who just comes into streams and drops topics.
Yes.
Which was very helpful.
And although I did say, like, I wish you would ask about a dog or a cat instead of a dog.
He's like, fine, cat.
Cat. I like to be a cat because cats take naps. Yes. I don't know. I feel like I don't really want to encounter demons, you know.
No. It's not on my list.
I don't want to.
Not on my bucket list.
And the whole poltergeist thing, and just the.
No, I got to work in the morning.
But I think it'd be like neat to say, like, we walked by some guy that was like already, you know, I don't know. It'd be neat to say, like, oh yeah, we saw that guy.
Columbia, right? That's where Ellen is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so y'all, Seth's gonna do a Zoom call. Seth's gonna do the Zoom call. Okay, we cannot hang out. I mean, I could hang out, but I'm not gonna hang out because I'm bad.
That's the wrong one. All right, what am I? I'm working on something while we're doing this.
I'm not bringing you into your devil worship. Oh yeah, Monsieur. Okay, so then tell us if and when you might
yeah.
possibly come back up through this area, because we'd love to hang out with you guys and meet your little girl. And
If I make the window this
I
big, I
won't
can make
squeeze
it
her
work.
cheeks, but I want to squeeze
There.
her cheeks, but I won't squeeze them. But
Look
oh
at
my
that.
gosh, I'm just gonna be like, ooh, her cheeks are so cute. Oh, I thought it was.
No,
supposed
I
to be
just I have to
yeah.
like resize it. I didn't even see it before, and
When
then
he
I
says
realized
every night, I just have to resize it, Mary. Hold on. I
if
just have to
if I
resize
pull down
it.
on the chat window,
Pull
then
down
I can see the
on
chat up top.
Chat window. I hear this all the time, guys. Yeah, don't
Every
feel
day.
bad. Yeah. Studio is on float, and Studio hangs out with us, and he's
like the welcome party for
the welcome party,
flute streamers.
play stuff, float yes.
Streamers.
Yes, float streamers. Yes. Mhm. Also, hello, Studio. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Dave had pulled up the chat here.
Yeah.
Oh, Maryville. Yeah, also
Is it Maryville?
Maryland. It's Maryland, but it's Maryland.
The
that.
land of Marys.
Maryland. I remember the first time I saw that on a license plate, and I was just like, it's Maryland. And my mom's like, it's Maryland. I'm like,
Maryville. I got it.
Merville, like Louisville. Yeah. Don't get hanged, please. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Shut up, Carl. What? Are you kidding? Wait, what?
Marysville.
Marysville, or the same place where?
No.
Okay. I was like, what? We're making all these connections here. Whew. Yeah. Oh, California. Okay.
Yeah, there's Wobby's going to start an after party Zoom call. If you guys want to get involved in that.
I will watch. I will watch.
Are you going to stream it on your Twitch?
Where is it? Where is it going to be? Yeah. I'll watch, guys.
If you're more of a watcher than a listener?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be like trying to hang it. I've had drinks, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I need food. Mm-hmm. It's all good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Columbia, just south of Nashville, over 4 hours. Okay. Yes. Merville. All right. Studio says Merville. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we're going to be down in that area, next year again in the summertime. So, come on and hang out, man. Right? I wish I could play a song, but we can't because.
All I can say is I'll do my best.
Well, you can't play a song though.
No, I'm
because
talking.
okay. Dave's non-committal. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not playing a song. I'm getting tired now.
We got to get out of here, y'all.
Good.
I love you guys. Have fun. Go over to Seth's channel. Dave, did you post the link?
Oh, let me find Seth's channel too in case you just want to watch.
Mm-hmm. Good night. Also, just go over and get on a Zoom call.
If it'll let me find it, some reason. Yeah.
Probably 10:17 Monday evening if we can swing it. All right, keep me posted, monsieur. Keep me posted. Seriously, let me know.
Why can I never find his channel?
I don't know why. I don't know why Twitch does not allow you, even though you follow.
Maybe I should just stop following all these other channels. Yeah, and then they're just like, you don't need to know any of the other channels.
Oh, that's fun. Yes. We'll be there for probably like 4 or 5 days, Studio. Yeah. We were in, and Dave's all like, are you giggling at me?
Oh, no.
Because I'm talking about,
I got a
like,
notification that he came on.
I think we're there like Thursday night. Okay, then
I'll just
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I should be able to rate it
Monday,
now, right?
so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, like 4 days probably all together. Yeah. But come to Alan's event because so many awesome like-minded people and being together. It's just so much fun. It's like so much fun being here together with everyone, but like in person is amazing. Yes. To recoup if nothing else, right? Oh man. It was great. It was so great. And I've already been like just eyeballing the area.
Oh, there
like,
it is.
When are we gonna hang out again? I need something to look forward to like that. You know, the getaway. So, oh, did you do a thing?
No, but I have it set up.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a while. What is that one? Wait, we have the same. Hey, Dave. I think you might just want to just shut it down. I think it's time to just go to bed. I think it is. I think we've completed our course here.
Look at this man, right, Alan? You can't deny this guy.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Katie!
We were just about to dial.
Oh my gosh, we're about to go. Dave has to work tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Come back and hang out with us next Friday, please. Or Sunday. This Sunday night, we're going to watch
Wow, good latency on Facebook.
Scary movie if you want to get on Twitch.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it though.
It's going to be fun.
Shit. Dave's like, Pet Cemetery's going to be fine, Mary. You've never seen it. It's going to be fine. And then I was like traumatized, you know? So.
All right.
Come for the movie, stay for Mary's trauma.
There we go. All right.
You know, love you too, Katie.
If you're on
I
Twitch,
hope
stick
you're well.
around.
Love you
I'll just send you right over to Seth's channel with a raid.
Yes. Head on over. If you're on Twitch, go.
Just hang out, and
hang out.
you get sent over. All right.
I have to burp. Sorry.
Good night, guys.
Good night. I love you all.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series. I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number one, but you in the year you lose. So best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done. Cause we only just begun. I review you. 0 5-ish gone. So come on, T-Series. Looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series just whip himself in their pajamas. So who the hell is Bob and why you wanna kiss him? Ew. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just dark magician. Oof. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 9 year olds, the world's a whole, your defecation. Oops. Multipatlo, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it come from a mumble rap community. No papa, yes papa, Johnny. Now download the sugar and let's throw this fucking party with some bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just wet in their pajama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. You got a population of 1.32 billion, but most your videos can't seem to hit even a million. Support!
Magic potty baby, your bottle's all done. It's potty training time, will be so much fun. I help you with your training dance, you make me so proud. Your potty feels like magic, then it flushes out loud.
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush and you're ready for next time.
Magic potty baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Magic Potty Baby and her Magic Potty. No water, no mess. Batteries not included.